This energy flowing through my form, can it be other than divine? In thy light, in thy love, in thy joy, I am one. I am one with the infinite Om. In thy light, in thy love, in thy joy, I am one. I am one with the infinite Om. What is this consciousness flowing through my brain? Can it be other than divine? What is this consciousness flowing through my brain? Can it be other than divine? In thy light, in thy love, in thy joy, I am one. I am one with the infinite Om. In thy light, in thy love, in thy joy, I am one. I am one with the infinite Om. What is this power flowing through my will? Can it be other than divine? What is this power flowing through my will? Can it be other than divine? In thy light, in thy love, in thy joy, I am one. I am one with the infinite Om. In thy light, in thy love, in thy joy, I am one. I am one with the infinite Om. What is this life flowing through my veins? Can it be other than divine? What is this life flowing through my veins? Can it be other than divine? In thy light, in thy love, in thy joy, I am one with the infinite Om. In thy light, in thy love, in thy joy, I am one. I am one with the infinite Om. What is this energy flowing through my form? Can it be other than divine? What is this energy flowing through my form? Can it be other than divine? In thy light, in thy love, in thy joy, I am one. I am one with the infinite Om. In thy light, in thy love, in thy joy, I am one. I am one with the infinite Om. What is this consciousness flowing through my brain? Can it be other than divine? What is this consciousness flowing through my brain? Can it be other than divine? In thy light, in thy love, in thy joy, I am one. I am one with the infinite Om. In thy light, in thy love, in thy joy, I am one. I am one with the infinite Om. What is this power flowing through my will? Can it be other than divine? What is this power flowing through my will? Can it be other than divine? In thy light, in thy love, in thy joy, I am one. I am one with the infinite Om. In thy light, in thy love, in thy joy, I am one. I am one with the infinite Om. In thy light, in thy love, in thy joy, I am one. I am one with the infinite Om. In thy light, in thy love, in thy joy, I am one. I am one with the infinite Om. What is this life flowing through my veins? Can it be other than divine? What is this energy flowing through my form? Can it be other than divine? What is this consciousness flowing through my brain? Can it be other than divine? What is this power flowing through my will? Can it be other than divine? In thy light, in thy love, in thy joy, I am one. I am one with the infinite Om. In thy light, in thy love, in thy joy, I am one. I am one with the infinite Om. Sitting upright, let's meditate for a few moments. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. I'd like to invite Brahmachari Vasudeva now to lead us in the satsang.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's satsang. Why don't we all stand and begin with a prayer? Let's center ourselves, feeling the presence of the Masters. Let's call out to them with open hearts, with deep devotion. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, Friend, beloved God, Great Masters, Jesus Christ, Babaji Krishna, Lahiri Mahashaya, Swami Shri Yukteswar Ji, Paramhansa Yogananda Ji, Saints of all religions, we humbly bow to you all. Great Masters, we invite your presence in our satsang today. Bless us, give us the strength that we may free ourselves from this cycle of death and rebirths. Give us the strength to feel thy presence, thy bliss, and thy love. Divine Mother, we are your children. Bring us home to thee. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Please be seated. We'll do a couple of chants. The words for this first chant are, nothing on earth can hold me. Rise, O my soul, in freedom. Nothing on earth can hold me. Rise, O my soul, in freedom. Nothing on earth can hold me. Rise, O my soul, in freedom. Rise, O my soul, in freedom. Nothing to fear anymore. Rise, O my soul, in freedom. Nothing to fear anymore. Nothing on earth can hold me. Rise, O my soul, in freedom. Nothing on earth can hold me. Rise, O my soul, in freedom. Rise, O my soul, in freedom. Nothing to fear anymore. Rise, O my soul, in freedom. Nothing to fear anymore. nothing on earth can hold me. So my soul in freedom, nothing on earth can hold me. Rise, O my soul in freedom. Rise, O my soul in freedom. Nothing to fear anymore. Rise, O my soul in freedom. Nothing to fear anymore. Nothing on earth can hold me. Rise, O my soul in freedom. Nothing on earth can hold me. Rise, O my soul in freedom. Rise, O my soul in freedom. Nothing to fear anymore. Rise, O my soul in freedom. Nothing to fear anymore. Nothing on earth can hold me. Rise, O my soul in freedom. Nothing on earth can hold me. Rise, O my soul in freedom. Rise, O my soul in freedom. Nothing to fear anymore. Rise, O my soul in freedom. Nothing to fear anymore. Nothing on earth can hold me. Rise, O my soul in freedom. Nothing on earth can hold me. Rise, O my soul in freedom. Rise, O my soul in freedom. Nothing to fear anymore. Rise, O my soul in freedom. Nothing to fear anymore. Rise, O my soul in freedom. Nothing to fear anymore. Rise, O my soul in freedom. Nothing to fear anymore. Nothing on earth can hold me. Rise, O my soul in freedom. Nothing on earth can hold me. Rise, O my soul in freedom. Nothing on earth can hold me. Rise, O my soul in freedom. Nothing on earth can hold me. Rise, O my soul in freedom. Thou art my life, thou art my love, thou art the sweetness which I do seek. Thou art my life, thou art my love, thou art the sweetness which I do seek. In the thought by my love brought, in the thought by my love brought, I taste thy name. So sweet, so sweet. Devotee knows how sweet you are. Devotee knows how sweet you are. He knows whom you let know. He knows whom you let know. Thou art my life, thou art my love, thou art the sweetness which I do seek. Thou art my life, thou art my love, thou art the sweetness which I do seek. In the thought by my love brought, in the thought by my love brought, I taste thy name. So sweet, so sweet. Devotee knows how sweet you you are. Devotee knows how sweet you are. He knows whom you let know. He knows whom you let know. Thou art my life, thou art my love, thou art the sweetness which I do seek. Thou art my life, thou art my love, thou art the sweetness which I do seek. In the thought by my love brought, in the thought by my love brought, I taste thy name, so sweet, so sweet. Devotee knows how sweet you are. Devotee knows how sweet you are. He knows whom you let know. He knows whom you let know. Thou art my life, thou art my love, thou art the sweetness which I do seek. Thou art my life, thou art my love, thou art the sweetness which I do seek. In the thought by my love brought, in the thought by my love brought, I taste thy name, so sweet, so sweet. Devotee knows how sweet you are. Devotee knows how sweet you are. He knows whom you let know. He knows whom you let know. Thou art my life, thou art my love, thou art the sweetness which I do seek. Thou art my life, thou art my love, thou art the sweetness which I do seek. In the thought by my love brought, in the thought by my love brought, I taste thy name, so sweet, so sweet. Devotee knows how sweet you are. 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 He knows whom you let know. He knows whom you let know. Thou art my life, thou art my love, thou art the sweetness which I do seek. Thou art my life, thou art my love, thou art the sweetness which I do seek. In the thought by my love brought, in the thought by my love brought, I taste thy name, so sweet, so sweet. Devotee knows how sweet you are. Devotee knows how sweet you are. He knows whom you let know. 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 Let's take the devotion, awaken through these chants into a brief meditation. Let's sit up straight, back away from the back of the chair. Body relaxed. Let's inhale, tense the whole body with a double breath. Exhale and relax. Twice more. Eyes closed, gaze gently uplifted, gazing at the point between the eyebrows, calling out to God and Gurus at the spiritual eye. telling them, reveal thyself, reveal thyself. Let's meditate for about 10 minutes. While still meditating, let's listen to these words of Swami Kriyananda ji from his book Affirmations for Self Healing. This is on the topic of perseverance. Loyalty, my great spiritual teacher used to say, is the first law of God. Most people are fickle. They change their jobs, their spouses, their friends, their beliefs, their ideas, not because of any new expansion of awareness, but because they lack the simple power of perseverance. One must be loyal to one's principles and not allow oneself to be ruled by sentiment. To be loyal to others and to one's assumed goals in life, not for sentimental reasons, but in the name of principle, is the way of divine progress. Perseverance can be difficult, for in every undertaking, there is a certain amount of dull routine. Don't be ruled, therefore, by likes and dislikes, but do whatever has to be done. If it is right, let nothing intervene until the job is finished. I'll read the affirmation first and then we can repeat together. I will finish what I set my mind to do before leaving it for something else. My word is my bond, so also is my resolution. Now let's repeat together. I will finish what I set my mind to do before leaving it for something else. My word is my bond, so also is my resolution. Now, in a softer voice, I will finish what I set my mind to do before leaving it for something else. My word is my bond, so also is my resolution. Even more softly, as if whispering, but with concentration, I will finish what I set my mind to do before leaving it for something else. My word is my bond, so also is my resolution. Now, mentally, I will finish what I set my mind to do before leaving it for something else. My word is my bond, so also is my resolution. Now, one last time, deeply concentrating at the point between the eyebrows, feeling the power behind each word, we mentally repeat, I will finish what I set my mind to do before leaving it for something else. My word is my bond, so also is my resolution. Let's repeat this prayer mentally. Though the sirens of distraction call me to turn aside and relax the sternness of my dedication, keep me steadfast on my path, Lord. My goal in life is Thee alone. Letting the affirmation, the words, the quality sink into our consciousness. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Now we'll have a reading from Rays of the One Light.
Today's reading from the Rays of the One Light is from week 47, Reincarnation, the Spiral Staircase. Truth is one and eternal. Realize oneness with it in your deathless self within. The following commentary is based on the teachings of Paramahansa Yogananda. In the book of Revelation, chapter 3, Jesus Christ tells us, Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my God, and he shall go no more out. There is a difference between church dogmas, which are based on reasoned deductions from scriptural statements and the pronouncements of wisdom, which are based on the inner realization of scriptural truths. Reason, like a train, can only follow already existing tracks of human experience. Human memory, being short, is seldom able to cross back over the threshold of a person's present existence. Biblical references to previous lifetimes on earth are overlooked in the deductive process, and we find them therefore excluded from the body of official dogma. Nevertheless, such references exist. The Bible itself presents them, as does Jesus in this passage, not as abstract teaching, but as direct, personal perception of truth. In the same way as Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita silences Arjuna's reasonable doubts on the subject not by reasoned argument, but by the frank statement contained in the fourth chapter of that great scripture. Arjuna, you and I have passed through many births. I know all of them, though you, O chastiser of foes, recall them not. Thus, through Holy Scripture, God has spoken to mankind. Om, Om, Om.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our satsang today. And most of you are old friends, but to new friends, I want to introduce myself. My name is Brahmachari Vasudeva. I was in Chandigarh until 2 weeks ago. So I'm a relatively new Pune resident, but I'm very happy to be with my spiritual family here in Pune. And this is a very interesting topic as I was preparing for it and thinking about it, reincarnation. The spiral staircase. Now, the staircase can take us up or it can take us the other place down. And I was just, it's a fascinating topic. And I like interacting about reincarnation, sometimes even with strangers or people who are not necessarily on the spiritual path. It's just a passing fascination. I don't know why or what, or let's just say I'm weird. We'll end it there. But before we get into some of those interactions on how sometimes our understanding of reincarnation or my understanding of reincarnation before I came on the spiritual path was somewhat not clear, not just as clean in my understanding as I could have been until I understood what Yogananda ji and Swami Kriyananda ji brought forward. But something I wanted to start with was sharing something which Yogananda ji wrote, which kind of startled me when I read it for the first time, which was today. He said, if there is no truth in the theory of reincarnation, then it is useless to have any belief in any form of religion. I thought, wow. And then he goes on to say, because reincarnation shows you that life does not end with death, that you are the soul. You go on until you learn the lesson and until you have achieved the perfection, like we read in the Bible, be ye therefore perfect, for thy Father in heaven is perfect, which unfortunately over time gets translated, has been translated to be therefore good, be therefore this or that. But what is expected of us is perfection. And until we achieve that perfection, until we realize that this life is for our education and entertainment, and really not get attached, not get pulled into desires, not get pulled into this or that, then yeah, we kind of continue coming back. If need be, Yogananda ji said 1,000,000,000 times. The only difference is in his case, he was ready to come as an avatar, as a free soul to help us. But if we have desires, then we're going to keep coming back, but not out of choice, but out of force. So that is very interesting when I thought about it, that okay, how often do I even live my day-to-day life thinking about reincarnation, or how my action has an equal and opposite reaction, as we learn with the law of karma. But we'll take a step back. I wanted to share this nice, juicy story which I had with uh, it was in the corporate world when I was in the corporate office, and we used to do audits. I was a chartered accountant, and you look at numbers, and you look at numbers of this incarnation. There is no such thing as numbers of previous incarnation, because you don't know them, or at least on paper it doesn't exist. So anyways, I was having lunch, and this gentleman was not necessarily in my own team, but he was something of the category of my boss's colleague. But somehow I didn't hold back, and my lunches used to be very philosophical. So I had just seen a video about life after death, and somebody having an experience of near death experience, and I was sharing with a few friends of mine, and this superior of mine somehow heard me very enthusiastically and excitedly sharing this story, which I said, look, isn't this amazing? And he pulled me aside and he said, look, there is no such thing as reincarnation. I said, what do you mean there's no such thing as reincarnation? He said, nothing. You die and it's the end. I said, what do you mean that it's the end? The soul continues. It's just the body which has a the end. He said, no, it's all the end. Finish. It's finished. I said, okay, let's discuss a little bit before we say it's finished. And I said, but how do you explain the vast variety in this universe? Somebody is born rich, somebody is born poor, somebody is born intelligent, somebody is born not so intelligent. Uh, and there's just so much. Somebody is healthy and fit, somebody is born with just diseases, and just it's one thing after the other. How do you explain all of that? He said, it's all random. It's all random. I said, well, it seems a bit too random. It can't be that random. So anyways, we went back and forth, and it was a very thrilling conversation. It went on for 15-20 minutes. We just, I tried my best, but he wasn't ready to budge, nor was I ready to budge in what I had my faith in. So finally he thought he could play the age card, which people do. So finally, when he was feeling that, I was going in a reasonable way, I was winning, he said, now, before we go any further, because we are men of numbers, how old are you? And I said, sir, I think I was 25 then. So I said, sir, I'm 25 years old. And he said, aha. And I said, in this incarnation. And he took his fist, he punched me on my shoulder. He said, okay, we had a good conversation. Let's get back to work. But isn't it amazing that now that is one extreme of just there's no such thing as reincarnation. You die, and what happens, it's a very convenient explanation to have, that there is no such thing of you paying for what you do, because then you can party hard, you can do whatever you want, and there is no follow up for that, because this is the life. Let's do as much as we can, and let's whatever party hard in whichever language that means for different people. But then, even when it comes to friends who believe in reincarnation, it could be, oh, don't do this next incarnation, you will be born as a blank. You fill in the blank now. A spider, or this or that. Oh, I stepped on a spider, I don't know who that was. But as we have all understood, after coming to this stage, for us to be in this room, as Patanjali says, he starts his aphorisms, his yoga sutras, by saying, and now we come to the study of yoga. Adha Yoga Anushashanam. My Sanskrit is not great, but that's what I read this morning. So, but now we come to the study of yoga. And the word now, usually translators just miss it out. They don't even bother to look at now. But let's imagine if I were to start the satsang saying, now we start the satsang. The immediate question is, what was before that to start the satsang? What happened before? So similarly, now we come to the study of yoga. What was before the study of yoga? Well, there were some lessons. There were some hard knocks. There were some realizations where, oh, This world is not it. As we learn, and as Swami Kriyanandaji and Yoganandaji used to say, that every act in one way or the other is, and I'm paraphrasing, every act in one way or the other is inspired by the fact that we either want to avoid pain or we want to have pleasure or happiness in what we are doing. And now that happiness, pleasure, or avoiding of pain can happen on higher octaves or it can happen on lower octaves. On higher octaves, it can be, oh, I want to meditate more, I want to chant more, I want to go deeper in my spiritual practices. On the lower octave, the other extreme could be, I want to numb my senses when the three main delusions, let's just put it for simplicity right now. Yoganandaji said the three main delusions which keep us coming back again and again and again is wine, sex, and money, and attachment to money. Not just money, we all need money. This is not a satsang where we are going to say don't be attached to money or don't have money, and as you come for the blessing, offer all your money on the altar and go light. No, Yoganandaji, Swami Kriyanandaji clarified it's the attachment to money, the attachment where it feels like, yeah, if I have this much money, then I'll be secure. And that security can be different things for different people, but the attachment is what we are after. And that is what keeps us coming back again and again and again. Swami Kriyanandaji had a brother monk, his name was Norman, and he had a dream. And in this dream, he dreamt 80,000 years ago. He was in a place called Lemuria, and he was with Yoganandaji, and here he is now with Yoganandaji. And Swamiji was shocked. 80,000 years ago, gee, that must take a long time. And so Swamiji asked Yoganandaji the question that, have I been your disciple for thousands of years? And I think Yoganandaji didn't want to dishearten him, or probably he didn't want to dishearten us because us reading that is like, oh, and he said, it's been a long time. That's all I'll say. And then Swamiji, just to, confirm further, like, just like what essentially he was just trying to figure out, like, that he was not the only one who has been coming again and again. That what happened, like what happens over here, why do we keep coming back? Or yes, I've been your disciple for thousands of years, but I mean, mentally at least that was my thought, that if I've been your disciple for thousands of years, I must have been a really slow disciple, master. Like, what was I doing? And anyways, Yoganandaji said that, the desire for this thing or that thing take us away. Now that this thing or that thing, in Swamiji's case, he said something particular, which was specific advice. But in our case too, there is some this thing or that thing which hold us back, which keep us back. It certainly holds me back. So how about, I was thinking, looking at reincarnation rather than, oh no, uh, I don't want to keep coming back. It has a very negative spin to it. I don't want to keep coming back. And that's one way to look at it. And the other way to look at it is, as one lady was speaking with one of the devotees, and when she got to know about reincarnation, she got so excited. She said, guess what? We get to come back. Like, oh, this incarnation, I can enjoy these things. Next incarnation, I can enjoy. We don't want that either, for our own sake. But what we do want is, Master, however long you want, God, however long you want, I do not want to indulge. I do not want to have the desire for them. I have to eat, I get hungry, but I'll see it as pleasing you, pleasing this body which you have given to me. I have to earn money because I have to keep the family going, which you have given to me, but I don't want to see it as an egoic desire that I want money, but I want to see it as a God given duty, which you have given to me, that I'm trying to fulfill. And what happens over there? Where are desires coming from? Where they're coming from the ego. Where does karma stay? It stays with the ego. If there is no Vasudeva, then there's no ego to be tied to Vasudeva. And how can we free ourselves from the ego? By seeing, one way is to see God in everything that we do, that God is doing this. God is listening to this satsang. God is giving the satsang. God is earning the money. God is eating the food. God is sitting on the chair. God is exercising through me. God is meditating through me. And here, now I just wanted to end with this fun story about desires. And then, in fact, some of our friends today are taking the sadhaka vows. And there comes a time in each of our lives where we're like, okay, I've played around, I've done this thing and that thing, as Swamiji says. Now, how about I affirm, I take a vow, I want to move forward. But this story kind of illustrates the long journey in a nutshell. So there was a man, and this man was spiritual somewhat, and he lived a good life. But this life, he was a little unhealthy, thin, and he said, I this didn't work out well. So as he was leaving the body, there's an angel which appears and says, hey, you've lived a spiritual life, what would you like? And the man says, everything was fine, but can I be a little more healthy and well built in the coming incarnation, which I get? The angel is like, sure, absolutely, granted. Man comes back healthy, fit, but one thing he forgot to pray for was, to eat you need money. And he didn't have money. So anyways, he was poor, and he was healthy, but he was struggling to feed himself day after day after day. And then the incarnation ends and the angel appears. Okay, it's time to go back to the heavens. I said, yeah, but we'll be coming back, and this didn't quite work out well. Can I also be rich, just plus rich, healthy plus rich? I said, okay, fine. So he comes healthy and rich. Healthy, rich, what happens? He's lived a long life. He's lived a long, lonely life. And the angel comes at the time of his death and says, now what? And the man says, look, everything was good, but I was lonely. Can you give me a partner? I don't want to live a lonely life. He just says, okay, fine. And it goes on. Next incarnation, healthy plus rich plus perfect partner and wife. And the wife dies early. Oh, that's tragic. But he misses her, and then he dies. And the angel is finally like, now what, sir? Please. He says, okay, healthy, wealthy wife who lives long. And the angel asks, are you sure you've covered all your bases? Is there more? Do you want anything more? He said, no, this is it. This will get it done. And the wife lives long, but too long. And he unfortunately gets into a relationship with his secretary, and she was always after his money and not in love with him. She takes the money, runs away, and the guy is just tired. Now, this is a short story, by the way. It seemed long, but it is a short story. It's been incarnation after incarnation after incarnation. But I don't want to say, oh my God, I don't want to end with that. But how about seeing it that, yeah, we've had a positive share of incarnations, we've had a positive share of entertainment, certainly, and also some difficult education. But how about now we say, ho gaya, I'm done. I want to climb the staircase, but now this time in an upward direction. And what can we do? We can meditate more. We can be in satsang more. We can study the scriptures. We can see every little thing that we do. What is the repercussion? Is it taking me closer towards God, or is it taking me away from God? And I'll finish with this reading from Swami Kriyanandaji's book, Demystifying Patanjali. Okay, so Swamiji writes, how many past lives have we wandered? The Bhagavad Gita declares, with a new day of Brahma, when creation is brought into outward manifestation once again, God casts out yet again all those souls who have not yet attained spiritual freedom. And the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, that many of those souls who appeared at the first manifestation states that many of those souls who appeared at the first manifestation of present day of Brahma are still wandering in delusion at the end of it. The length of time we have all been wandering is almost frightening, at least to the reasoning mind. The scriptures declared that it takes between 8 to 12 million incarnations for life to evolve up to the human state. Upon reaching this relatively high state, the ego becomes fully defined. And with that obstacle now defined, one may wander uncounted millions of lives more before reaching the level of freedom I've described. How long? That depends on us. For with the ego clearly formed, we have the free will to move forward, to move upward or downward. Does all this seem cruel on God's part? Reflect on a very simple truth. We wouldn't be wandering if we didn't want to. Krishna declares in the Bhagavad Gita, "Get away from my ocean of suffering and misery." The trouble is that in this world of duality, suffering and misery are equally balanced by pleasure and happiness. And so it is that people go bouncing on forever, hoping and forever disillusioned, but they needn't do so if they would only turn to God. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Now we'll have the Aarti.
Lord, I am thine, I am thine, I am thine. Lord, I am thine, I am thine. Be thou mine, oh, be thou mine, be thou mine, oh, be thou mine. I am thine, I am thine. Be thou mine, oh, be thou mine, be thou mine, oh, be thou mine. I am thine, I am thine.
I invite all of those of you who feel so inclined to come forward and receive the touch of light. I would like to invite them to come and help me with this.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om 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 Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Now I'd like to invite Dhyanaji to lead us into the sadhaka vow. Please be seated.
Hello, everyone. And I'd like to start with just a brief reading from Swami Kriyanandaji on what is the sadhaka order. Ananda communities essentially are not only spiritual, but also monastic. They are monastic in the dictionary accepted sense of a community that renounces worldly interests that are centered in ego gratification and in the quest for personal gain, and that is wholly dedicated to living for God alone, serving Him and becoming united with Him eventually in spirit. When Master Swamiji's mother was carrying him, she gave his life to God. And we see how Swamiji's life was essentially one for God alone. And I think many of us too came into this life with that same desire for not coming again and again, not wanting to do so many outward things. There's so many ways we can live our lives. But I think underneath it all, really, essentially, we want God alone. And we were this morning meditating here in a very special, deep meditation, the experience of God, which happens mostly every month. But while we were meditating here, I thought, that's why I'm here. All the outward things we do and we think we want to do, it's fillers, basically. That's why we're really here, is that experience of God. When I came to Swamiji, I met him and I said, I feel Master sent me to you for training. Now, that didn't mean just getting Kriya. It didn't mean just being a disciple. It meant living the life that Master had laid out for Swamiji and for him, that he laid out for us at Ananda, living the way that he said, right behaviors, right attitudes, and so forth. So the sadhaka order is not just being a disciple in a kriyaban, it's living the life every day. Of course, it's a long journey. It's up and down at times, but it's putting our whole effort into living the spiritual life that was laid out by Swamiji. And so I want to just read just a brief for each of the guidelines, the principles for living that life that Swamiji Master have laid out for us. And then we'll have those taking the sadhaka vow, which is it's the next step. It's a deep step. Discipleship, kriya, yes, but living it, really, that's another whole level. That's a core of our work, the monastic core of our work, a renunciate core. And it's global. There are people all around the world who are Ananda Sadhakas and Sevakas. So let me just read for you what it means. You might close your eyes and listen to what Swamiji has laid out for the order. These are the guidelines. Sincere desire for self-realization and personal dedication to this path. 2, attunement with Master Swamiji in the teachings as expressed through Ananda. 3, loyalty to Ananda and our line of gurus, Jesus Christ, Babaji Krishna, Laidi Mahashaya, Swami Shri Yukteswarji, and Paramahansa Yoganandaji. 4, willingness to embrace the work of Ananda worldwide as a personal responsibility and to participate as called upon to serve, support the worldwide efforts of sharing Yogananda's teachings as possible. 5, I'm just reading some of these. Participation in the spiritual practice of tithing. The next one, regular practice of the energization exercises, meditation techniques, Hangsa, Om, and Kriya daily. Next, meditation for longer periods on a regular basis with 3 hours as the daily goal. Next, regular participation in community spiritual activities and events, Sunday Satsangs, group meditations, seva opportunities, spiritual commemorations, and more. Next, setting aside at least 1 week each year to take spiritual seclusion. Next, in the name of God and Guru, offering up every ego attachment and self-limitation, limiting identification in daily practical acts of seva. Next, directional progress toward non-attachment, simplicity in a spirit of renunciation and family life and personal possessions. Just a couple more. Cultivating discrimination, the ability to distinguish right from wrong. In this process, actively seeking and being open to guidance, especially on major decisions and tests from counselors, leaders, and others. Next, being solution-oriented in dealing with personal and community problems and issues, taking questions or suggestions to others who can promote solutions, solution-oriented changes, and working in cooperation with leadership, embracing an attitude of say yes to life. 2 more. Embracing your community, your center, as your home with care and respect. And finally, abiding by the prohibition of drugs and alcohol. Now I'll ask those taking the vow, those who are new and those who've taken it before, to please stand and repeat after me. Please repeat this vow of all Ananda Sadhakas before God and Gurus. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, friend, beloved God, great masters, Jesus Christ, Babaji Krishna, Laidi Mahashaya, Swami Shri Yukteswarji, and our Guru, Paramahansa Yoganandaji, saints of all religions, I bow to all of you. I offer my life, my service, my devotion to God, to you, my line of gurus, and to the ray of the divine light that you represent. I have come to Ananda to find thee, my God, and to serve thee in a spirit of love through my fellow man. I promise, as a sadhaka of Ananda Sangha, to do my best to live a life that is pleasing to God, in surrender to God's will. I aspire to the best of my ability to live by the guidelines for conduct of members of the Ananda Sevaka order, which guide the spiritual life of Ananda Sadhaka and Sevaka members. As a means of attaining self-realization, I offer my cooperation and my loyalty to Ananda, to its members and its leaders, and above all, to the living representative of the Ananda line of gurus, the spiritual director of the Ananda Sangha worldwide. Guide me, strengthen me in this my divine resolution to live always for thee. Om Shanti Shanti. Now I ask you all to come up to the altar, offer your life. Let's dim the lights. Others who aren't coming can pray for those who are taking this vow. Those who are new, please come first. Please take your seats if you're not taking the vow. Please come. Yes. stand, let's close with a prayer. Let's visualize the light of God filling all these souls who've come forward, blessing them. Let's visualize others who we know who are in need. See the great light of our gurus filling us, using us as channels to bless them in body, mind, and soul. Let's rub our hands together and chant Om 3 times together, sending out this light of God and the gurus. Om. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, friend, beloved God, Guru Preceptors, Jesus Christ, Babaji Krishna, Laima Shaya, Swami Sri Yukteswarji, beloved Master, Paramahansa Yogananda Ji, saints of all religions, beloved Swamiji, we bow and touch thy feet in deep gratitude for this divine life, in seeking God, in serving others, in serving thy work. We want to know thee, and we want to share thee with all whom we meet. Oh, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Go out with joy. God bless you all.
Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dhyanaji. Thank you, Vasudeva, Alok, and everyone also to be present here. A beautiful, beautiful evening. Also, the Sadhak hour especially doesn't happen very frequently, but again, a very beautiful time for all of us. So again, many blessings to all of you who have taken it for the first time. Another important thing, next weekend, we will also have a Kriya initiation. So those of you who have received it, please come and then bless the new initiate and also add your energy into that as well. Now we shall have prasad. Om Guru.